Hi, it's Eldin from the Mind Body Project. Welcome back to day number 9. So we're almost there actually. So what do you do when you're struggling? Yeah, this is part 2. In part 1 we talked about what I was doing to overcome challenges of operation on my shoulder, because it caused me way more problems than I even dreamt it would. So what is it? So I just explained what I was doing in part 1. In part 2, we're talking about other things that you may be able to focus on that you aren't doing yet. And so these things can help you as well. So what we've done so far then, so from part 5, we've had a list. We've drawn up a list of things that are important to you in your life. We've described what a 10 is. Yeah, so 10 in a lot of detail so you can picture it. Trust me, I've had this done to me. If you've never ever done this before, all of what I'm explaining here, just try this. Just try it all. Yeah, all of this stuff. Because when I had this happen to me, and I did this with some people, you can't stop thinking about it. Once you've drawn up your 10, once you've had that list, you can't stop thinking about it. And because you can't stop thinking about it, where's your focus? Your focus is on improvement. Yeah, your focus is on improvement. It's quite radical what it does to you. When I first had this done to me, because before I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do in 3 years' time. Oh, I'd sit down and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. What am I going to do? It's like, yeah, I just don't have a clue. I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow. That's how I was. That's how I was thinking. And then they went, right, just do this anyway. Okay, tomorrow, I want you to, like, 3 years' time, what are you going to be doing? 3 years' time, what about this area of life? 3 years' time, what about this area of life? 3 years' time, what about that area of life? I went, okay, all right, I'll attempt to do it. And I couldn't stop thinking about it. It just changed my life around because my focus was on what I'm doing to get to that point. My focus was on something good. It was on improvement. Yeah, that's what it was all about. So because it was an improvement, that's what I focused on, and then my life improved dramatically like that from that day. So do all of this list. After we did the describe what a 10 is, we marked where we are out of at the moment currently, and then after we marked out of 10 where we think we are, then all of a sudden it's like, okay, which is the top 3 you're going to prioritize? Yeah. Now, after the top 3 you're going to prioritize, then what you want to do is you want to create a massive action plan for those 3. So this, again, let's take it from here. So you was in a negative state, yeah? Now, you was overwhelmed because you was in that negative state. So what I've done is got you to chunk down, yeah? Massive overwhelm, all of a sudden I've got you to split your life into bits. So it's easier for you to manage, yeah, mentally. Because sometimes when you're in a struggling, everything can seem overwhelming to you and you just want to stick your head in the sand. But if you split your life into bits and do what I'm doing here, then it's a lot easier. This is what I've been doing as well. Yeah, splitting life down into bits and go, right, okay, this area, this area, this area. I'm going to focus on those ones at the moment. So 3 of them you're focusing on. So once you're focusing on 3, then you want to create a massive action plan to do those 3. So how am I going to get up to a 10? What am I going to do to get to a 10 for world-class mind-body health? Yeah, what am I going to do? What I'm going to do, number 2, master communicator. What am I going to do for that? Because once you focus on just those things, or especially if you want to focus on the things that are priorities to you, then to move you up as well, moving you up to a 10, then and as long as you know, because you have to know what it feels like. So if I'm on a 5 out of 10 at the moment, what's a 6 out of 10 feel like? Yeah, how would you know when you're on a 6? How would you know when you're on a 7? You have to know when you're moving up as well. Yeah. So once you're moving up, you need, again, but it's easier to see and it's easier to do, and because it's chunked so low, it's easy, it's something for you to focus on, and your brain loves that when it's doing that. Yeah. So the idle brain is the devil's workshop. Yeah, it's just gonna, if you're not doing anything, if you're not focusing on anything, it will find things to do, and they're not usually very good. So that is it. So you want to create a massive action plan to get yourselves from wherever you are. So I'm on a 1 out of 10, especially that's a priority for me, 1 out of 10, I want to get this a 10 out of 10. Yes, then I have to devise a plan. Right, how am I going to do that? How am I going to know when I've moved up to 2? How am I going to know when I've moved up to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Yeah, it may take a while, but at least you know you're improving. And what did we say? What I always say, progress equals happiness. So do that, try that, and do that right now. Create the action plan, and then come back to me for tomorrow when we're going to do part